fuck is up, everybody? Meeks Shoes here, back with another video. Today, what I got for y'all is a collection video. I've added some grails, I've added some customs, and I think it's time to give y'all an updated sneaker collection video, so here it is. Now, if you haven't seen my previous collection video, I'll leave it down in the description below. That video actually was dropped for Crew Kicks. Y'all featured me on your channel, so huge shout out to you, Kais, and the whole fam for help getting this channel kick started, and now it is what it is today with a little over 7K followers. So I'm more than blessed with y'all. Can't wait to see what this can become. But without further ado, let's get into the collection. Alright, I've debated for a while whether I want to do my Jordans or I want to do my Adidas first in the collection, but I figured why not get all of the Jordans out of the way. Huge fan of the Air Jordan 1, and as you know, I've dropped a lot of custom videos on the Air Jordan 1 on this channel as well. But one of the favorites and most popular ones probably being the What the Air Jordan 1 custom that I did back when they had a leaked Photoshop photo, which I'll put up right here. That this custom is inspired on with the royal front shattered backboard side panel and then the bread back. So with these, I even added the little touch of the Chicago tongue on the front just to throw it a little bit over the top, so it actually has technically 4 different shoes in here. But it's an amazing custom, and I cannot thank you enough for making it blow up the way that it did. As you can see, not similar to the top 3, these ones actually have symmetrical side panels, toe box, all of that, because I just thought it would have been a little bit cleaner if it looked that way. A lot of people are actually really sour that I did this custom on a Chicago base, but at the time I had 2 pairs. Now I don't have the second pair, and I am a little salty myself, but hey, it's my shoe and I can do what I want with it. It's my shoe, I can do what I want with it. Yeah, but whatever. Seriously, I want to thank you guys for making it that popular. Next, I guess I'll go into these. Now, these are my UNC ones, my Air Jordan 1s. These are my favorite Air Jordan 1s out of every single one of every single pair that I own. These are definitely my favorite. The only reason why they are my favorite is because when I was collecting, I met a homie named Fett. Shout out to you, and you hooked me up for a really good price. You might not even know, but that was my first Air Jordan 1 ever. Big shout out to you, man, for starting this love of the OG highs, and I really can't get over them now. So huge shout out to you. The next ones we'll go into is actually a custom that I did. These are my royal ones. You've probably seen Sneakerhead in the Bay drop a video on these, and I wanted to try my luck on them since I knocked out the breads and I wanted a royal pair. So this is my try on the Royal Air Jordan 1 custom, built off of a Cyber Monday, and I thought it turned out really well. But this is my first laser custom, and as you can see, I did it on the Fragment Air Jordan 1. This was actually inspired by the homegirl Sophie Soph. Big shout out to you. Been down since day one. Snapchat gang gang. You've been a really dope friend over the past couple of years, and I'm happy that I got into customs right around the same time that you did and saw the growth of both of our channels. Keep killing it out there for sure. It was an amazing custom that I did, very difficult custom to do because of the white side panels, making sure that you also get the edging of the swoosh but not getting it on the upper. Really big prep game on here. As you see from the video, if you want to go back and watch it, definitely feel free. This is a laser frag custom. Next up on the list, since we're going with the Air Jordan 1s, we'll finish off with my last custom. This is the Bread Air Jordan 1. A lot of people have been asking me on how I did the color match for the 2016 bread color. If you want me to show you a more detailed video on how to do that, I actually been thinking about making a lot of custom mixtures and showing you guys how I do those custom mixtures. So please let me know if you'd be interested in that. Also made this out of the Cyber Air Jordan 1s. Just a classic colorway. You can't really go wrong with the breads. Yes, I have more Air Jordan 1s. This is another pair of lasers that I'm actually going to be doing a Celtics colorway on very shortly, so stay tuned for that. That's probably going to be dropping right after another custom video that I got planned up for y'all. A lot of content coming, so please be patient. But this is a pair of lasers. I always got a couple pairs of lasers on deck just to make sure if I ever got a custom idea, I can start replicating it as soon as possible. And this one's already ready to be painted. So, and these are the Jordan Hair ones. Not an OG, but this is definitely a nice mid. Probably one of my favorite mids out of all of them. That's why I ended up copping these. I got them for around 50 bucks, so I was was actually pretty ecstatic with them being in the condo that they are. I actually just figured out that there are Lola ones as well about a couple of months ago, and I was thinking about copping a pair just so I could have the set, but I don't think they go that high in my actual size, so we'll have to pass on those for now. But Air Jordan 1s, can't really go wrong with these. And while we're sticking with Jordans, I'll go on to probably my most prized possession. I mean, this is a grail that I've had since I started collecting, and I was lucky enough to find it for the price that I did. And it's still in dead stock condition, has everything except the retro card. I am trying to cop another pair with the retro card, and hopefully DS as well, so I can just keep one on ice, rock one, stock one, you know? But these are an amazing shoe, the Forest Green 14s. There's a huge story that goes with this shoe as well. If you want to see the actual story, I'll leave a link in the description down below on why these are so important to me and why I haven't worn them. These two are, this is the only pair of Roshis that I actually own. I own a Flyknit pair, and then I own the sneaker boot collection pair. Both of these are just, I mean, they're really comfortable shoes, I mean, to say the least. The sneaker boot, I really just break these out for whenever I'm trying to get them real dirty. And the Flyknits, you know, I rock them whenever I go to the grocery store. Nothing too crazy, but yeah. As for runners, you know, I love Nike Flyknit. If you ever saw my Crew Kicks video, I have a bunch of Flyknits, and I think it's, you know, it's good to keep a lot of versatility in your collection. These I picked up for only $20. Some Nike Free Runs, Adidas Tubular Runner. I copped these after I struck out on the Pirate Blacks. But yeah, you know that I keep my runners on deck. I always have a couple of pairs just to switch it up, bring them to work, that type of thing. And just to try something different every single day instead of rocking the exact same thing. They're really cheap, they're super comfortable, and you know, you can't really go wrong. This is probably my favorite out of all of them though, is the 4.0 Nike Free Run. That's why I got a couple of pairs of these. But you know, I just keep a couple on deck just to add some versatility to the collection. Next, I'm gonna go into a very special shoe of mine. This is one that I've actually collected over the past year after I did that collection video. And these are the De La Soul Nike SB Dunks. These were a quick strike back in 2005, 2004, I believe. This is when the pink box era was still popping. And in my opinion, it still is. I remember looking online at this shoe for hours, just wishing that I'd be able to own it. But for the price point that it was selling at, there was no way I was gonna be able to own it. And now that I have the means to be able to collect this, I'm really happy that I got the shoe back in my collection and keeping it in this good of condition. This one never gets anywhere. I just want to, it's more of a memorabilia type of thing. Yeah, De La Soul Quick Strike Nike SB Dunks. All right, now I'm gonna get into the Adidas collection and show y'all what I'm working with over on that side. I gotta admit, I wasn't a huge fan of Adidas, but I used to live back home next to the Nike employee store and the Adidas employee store. When I first got access to the Adidas employee store, I bought these, and this changed my life. First time I ever had Boost technology, the Pure Boost Chill 2. And I gotta tell you, this is one of the most comfortable shoes. No, this is the most comfortable shoe out of my entire collection. The Pure Boost 2 Chill. I mean, 60 bucks, this was a bang. This is a bang steal. Next two pairs are shoes that I haven't worn yet. They're still dead stock. There's not a lot of dead stock shoes in my collection, but these shoes were actually gifted to me from the homie Pete White. Big shout out to you. I've dropped your name multiple times on my channel. One of the homies from the get-go, and just really a true friend. I'm a huge fan of Ultra Boost, and you know I love doing customs as well. So most of my Ultra Boosts actually are customized. This is being one of them. This is the Spilled Wine Ultra Boost custom that I did. Basically, it was a wool Ultra Boost. I got it at the employee store. It was actually a women's wool Ultra Boost, but I just got it as a size larger because I was getting it for half off. And I ended up cutting the cage off of it and putting some laces in there. But after I was taking the laces out and just rocking them without the laces and uncaged, I thought this was a huge platform that I'd be able to do something crazy on. And so that's why I went with something like this when I was getting back into airbrushing. Probably one of my favorite Ultra Boost customs, but we'll take a look at the others and you can tell me what you think. Yo, next up we have the OG red Ultra Boost that I did about a year ago, I want to say. This video, I don't even know why you guys like it so much, but it's blown up over, I think it's at 90,000 views for a custom like this. And it's been replicated multiple times. I actually was featured on the homie channel's Sneak Attack, and for top 10 custom Ultra Boosts, and big shout out to you. Really love this custom. It's been iconic for some time now. I love when I get into my Instagram and I see you tagging me in some pics of you replicating this exact custom and asking for your thoughts on how you did. Keep those coming, keep the customs coming. I love seeing these replicated. This is a one of one. I've only created one of these and I wanted to keep it that way, but y'all loved it so much that I was seeing this everywhere. So huge shout out to y'all. Keep that video going. I want to see it get over 1,000, or I want to see it get over 100,000 views, since none of my videos have done that before. So yeah, big shout out to y'all, and this is the OG Red Ultra Boost custom. Also shout out to Sneakerhead in the Bay for replicating this custom. You the man. Next up is just my white Ultra Boost custom with white shoes around a customizer. They usually never stay white for long. David Got Kicks can definitely be attest to that with his Tiffany customs, but this was a custom that I did back when I first launched the channel well over a year ago. You know, I came a long way. I came a long way from customs like this. Next up is my triple blacks. These, you know, go without saying. It's a triple black shoe, goes with everything. Super comfortable. Swapped out the laces for some bait laces. Actually, they're just some bait rope laces, and I did the double lacing system, as you can see there. But super happy with this custom, and it's lasted me a long time. So triple black Ultra Boost. Since we're talking about Adidas, yes, I did a custom Yeezy Adidas. This is the Royalty, or the Royal custom. Base was a turtle dove, and I just did an entire burgundy upper. This is when I did the spilled wine custom as well. For everybody who wants to flame me, yes, these are fake. I've already, if you want to blow up a comment section, go to that video, blow up the comment section there. But I mean, I never really wear these. It's just a shoe that was sitting in my closet for a very long time, and I figured why not do a custom on them, especially with them being fake. I mean, obviously they're not as comfortable as the real ones, so yeah. Yeezy Royal custom. I totally forgot. This has probably been one of the most controversial customs that I've ever done. I posted a picture of these shoes on What Did You Wear Today. It was, I don't know why, but the picture blew up. It got over like 600 likes, and it was just blowing up with comments of people saying that it was trash or that it was amazing and they wanted to see more. I've had a lot of people ask for me to recreate this custom, but with this custom, I mean, I feel like it's definitely a statement. They did it on the Flyknit trainers and on that all black base, which I thought was a pretty cool shoe. And for me to get not only one pair but two pairs of the Flyknit multicolors, I was like, why not black out the tongue to make it a little bit more OG. Also put the Supreme stamp on there just to give it a little extra flavor. Definitely turn heads when I walk outside the house. All right, so now we can get into probably, man, I swear I say this about all my shoes, but now we can get into probably one of my most loved pairs of sneakers since I started collecting. Just because not only the statement, but the collaboration and how they executed the shoe and how comfortable the shoe is as well. It's just an amazing shoe, and I seriously want to own every single colorway. I sort of slowed down on the collecting a little bit just because, you know, money is money and you gotta make it to spend it. But this is the Black Human Race. I actually started doing a custom on this pair, which you actually will see hopefully very soon after I knock out a couple of these other customs. An amazing shoe, an amazing comfortability, and an amazing collaboration. I'm really glad that you did this. You'll be seeing shoes like this on my channel for a while. I did end up copying a pair of the OGs a while back when they first originally had released. My homeboy Terry told me that they were dropping at Bait. It was a pretty silent drop because nobody knew that they were actually collaborating with the store to drop at all 7 of their locations, but went there, camped out. We ended up actually getting 3 pairs of the OGs, sold the other ones, and I kept a pair for myself just because once I started seeing the other colorways drop, I knew I had to cop all of them. A lot of stories behind this shoe, and if you ever see me rocking it on my Instagram, there's always a reason why. So this is the last Human Race that I actually have in my collection. Like I said, I'm trying to cop all of them. But this one I was actually most surprised about. I actually swapped, I sold my Yeezy 750s to be able to get a pair of these and some cash. Honestly, these are a 7.5, so I never thought I was gonna be able to wear these, but with being on how big these actually fit, I slid my foot inside these and they actually work. So I rock these now, and I actually wasn't a huge fan of the blue colorway, but after wearing them, I fell in love with the actual shoe. Looks really, really good with light denim, and like I said, it's a human race shoe, so I can't really be mad at it. Really want to collect all of these, so definitely keep them coming, but amazing shoe nonetheless. Big shout out. Yo, so this is a really, really dope shoe. It's not as comfortable as I thought it was going to be, but it's a really, really dope shoe. It's my first Asics that I've ever copped. I got these for about $90 and a PS4 controller, believe it or not. But this is the Bait and Asics collab, also referred to as the Nightmare Asics. Full leather inlining, and it has a couple of different faux skins, animal skins, or that are on the uppers as well. But the thing that really struck me was the all 3M hints and the translucent sole. So the translucent sole has Bait on one of them and Asics on the other pair. And then the 3M hits are going throughout the entire shoe. So we have the side panel here, then we have the tongue, and then we also have the laces, and then also inside the black mesh on this side of the tongue, it actually is written Bait on the inside. That shows when it flashes. So, and the homie that hooked him up, I still remember you, Chris. Congrats on your little kid and everything. Hopefully we'll see you in the future. So that is everything. I mean, it's not everything, but it's definitely a handful of the sneakers in my collection and the most important ones. And thank y'all for watching it and sticking around for this long period of time. Ever since that Crew Kicks video dropped, I came a long way, and so definitely love the positive feedback. Keep it coming. But with all that being said, thank y'all for sticking. Stay tuned for next week, and y'all have an amazing rest of your day.